Hi, I hope you're doing awesome. So the question we are seeing today is reversing an array. Okay, so we are given an array. So the input and output is actually managed for us this time. So suppose we are given an array 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. Okay, and we need to return or make the changes in this array only, and we need to make it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is the expected output. And let's see how are we actually planning to do that. Now, if we look at this input and output, we can see that 1 has actually moved to this place and 5 has moved to this place. So we can say that we have swapped first and last element, right? Okay, the 2 has moved to this place and 4 has moved to this place. So we can say we have swapped second and second last element, right? For this one, actually, we didn't need to swap it because it's the only element remaining. Okay. So if we had an even length of array, suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. In order to reverse it, what we would have done is swapped first and the last element. Let's try to fill it in here. Suppose this is 8, this is 1 now because we have swapped it. Then second and second last, then it should be 7 and it should be 2. Then third and third last, 6, 3, then fourth and fourth last, right? It should be 5 and it should be 4, and hence the array is reversed. So we know that we need to reverse for length by 2th elements. Only we have to traverse half, and we need to change the position of these elements with respect to their last minus ith element. Yes, last minus I. So suppose I is equal to 3, then we need to what we need to do is swap that element with last minus 3. And what is the last element is actually n minus 1, right? Because n is the size, right? A dot length, that is length of the array, minus 1, this is the last index, as we know that in the zero based indexing this is the last index, minus ith element, right? Okay, so we'll code it and we'll also dry run the program for a better grasp over it. So we already have the array. What we need to do is okay, let's store the size somewhere. Int n is equals to a dot length. Okay, for and I equals to 0, I is less than n by 2, and I plus plus. What we need to do is swap array comma I comma n minus 1, that is the last index, minus I, because the second element is to be swapped with second last, the third one with third last. So n minus 1 minus I. And we also need to write the code for the swap function, right? Java does not provide a swap function already. Public static void swap int array comma int I comma int j int temp. Let's store the value of ith element here, arr of I, right? Arr of I will now hold the value of arr of j, and arr of j will hold the value of I, which was actually stored in temp, right? So let's try to run it if it does. Okay, so I have made an error, cannot find the symbol swap. Oh, okay, so yeah, it should not be ARR, it should be A because the name here given is A, of course. So it's running, right? The input given was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the output is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's try to submit it. Yeah, it's working great. So I hope you understood the concept well. Now let's try to run it once. Let's try to dry run it once now. Okay, so show this stop it. Okay, my bad if you're facing any trouble at this moment. Sorry for the inconvenience. So yeah, this will run for I equal to 0 to I equal to n by 2. Not equal to, actually less than, because for this much of the space, I'll have my work done, right? Okay. Then I'll swap the element. For ith element, I'll swap the element from ith from the last, right? Last element is n minus 1, and then ith from the last will be n minus 1 minus I. I hope you got that point, right? Then there is swap function data, and actually array, as I have told to the video in introduction to arrays. So you must have seen that how actually the array is stored on heap and how the changes are reflected, right? So the swap function will work if I pass the array as a parameter here, and what it will do is it will store the ith element will in temp, then ith element will be changed to j, and then jth element will be changed to temp, which actually corresponded to the ith element. Right, the swap function is fairly easy. So I hope you got the clear understanding of the question, and if you did, kindly like the video and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much.